This is a demonstration of the Tesla coil. The Tesla coil was invented by Nikola Tesla around 100 years ago. And what he wanted it for was he wanted to be able to send electricity through the air. He wanted to control lightning. So when I turn this on, we should see some lightning strikes. Now, what causes the lightning strikes is that when this is plugged in, it gets up to a voltage around 1 million, so 1 million volts. That's enough to ionize the air, which means it pulls electrons out of air molecules. And when those electrons hit other air molecules, that's when we see the light. So let's see what the lightning looks like. Now, when the Tesla coil is on, if I came close to it, those lightning bolts would hit me, and that would not be a good thing. But there's a little trick I can use. There's something called a Faraday cage. That's what this is here. Just a mesh. And if I have the mesh between me and the Tesla coil, the lightning bolt should hit the mesh and not go into the cage. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and let's give it a shot. This is a demonstration involving dominoes. Now, we all have seen the case where you have a string of dominoes and they knock each other over. But my question is, how big of a domino can a small domino knock over? If you do the calculation, it turns out to be twice as big, twice as tall, twice as wide, and twice as thick. So what I have made up here is dominoes, each one getting bigger and bigger and bigger, all the way till we get to the biggest one up here. Now, this is not an ordinary giant domino. I have put a machete on the top. Now you may wonder, why would I put a machete on top of a giant domino? But without the machete, this is just a giant domino. There's not much you can do with it. But by putting a machete on the top, I can use it to slice pineapples. You want to see it in action? A perfect cut.